Aquarius, I hope all is well with you. Thank you for your patience. I've had a lot going on. Personal readings are all done. I'm sending out the last of the emails today. Thank you so very much for those of you who booked with me. If you are interested in getting a personal, please do email me at blackbutterflydiamondtarot@gmail.com. I have become very, very busy, so just bear that in mind when booking. I do always stick to, if I say I'm going to do it, I will always do it. But you just got to be patient with me. And I always do things to my fullest capacity. If I know I'm not going to be fully ready for it, then I will not do it. Okay? I'm not a half-assed type of person. I'm a full-assed type of person. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get you a reading. Messages for Aquarius. Let's see what you need to know at this time. Only take the messages that resonate. Leave what does not resonate for someone else. I could be picking up on your energy. I could definitely be picking up on someone else's energy. Flip the roles as you see fit. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into your reading. Messages for Aquarius. King of Cups. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Aquarius, I don't know why, but someone feels like you will eat them alive. I don't know what this is, if this is intimidation. Like someone is watching you. They may be, I want to say swooning over you. Is that swooning? You know, like, oh, Aquarius. You've got someone in their emotions about you. This could be somebody who doesn't speak to you about how they feel a lot, but they've got some sort of hidden emotion for you behind the surface. This could definitely be a Scorpio or a Leo. Could be another air sign too, but someone keeps a very close eye on you. But there's something about feeling like, okay, that woman or man will eat me alive. Like, I don't know if you're just a big presence here. You could be a boss. You could definitely be somebody who's very dominant just in your own personal life. Maybe you do something to do with organizing. Maybe you're a good organizer. But there's something here about someone looking at you as, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I've got the balls for this person. I don't know if I've got the gumption for this person. Something very ballsy about you. And this person may feel disappointed that they may doubt themselves or their ability to handle you. And I don't know what that is about. I don't know what that's about. If this is a masculine, they feel like you are a more dominant feminine and they struggle to see whether this is something that they can manage. I don't know. Someone feels like they can't cope with you. I don't know what that's about. Someone watches you, but they haven't been speaking to you. Or this is somebody who admires you in silence. They're not taking any action. This person keeps their distance and they just watch you. This could be somebody who's seeing you as being very action orientated. And it's interesting because this is someone who's not acting towards you, but they look a lot, they watch a lot. But they're seeing you take some sort of action on something. This could even be to step into this more dominating sort of role as a woman. If you are a woman, the Devil card in the reverse. This is someone who's trying to not be scared of you. I don't know what this is. You intimidate the hell out of someone. You do. Also as well, this could also be someone who's viewing you as stepping into this energy after getting over something or getting over some sort of heartbreak. Someone definitely does want to reveal how they feel to you with the Moon card being here. What's the Fool? Seven of Wands. They go to do it, then they stop themselves. Closed mouths don't get fed. They could be even frustrated with themselves. It's like you've got someone here arguing in their own head about, burdened. I want to offer, I almost said Sagittarius. This could be a Sagittarius. I want to offer Aquarius something, but I'm too chicken to do it. I want to offer Sagittarius. Why do I keep saying Sagittarius? You could have Sagittarius in your chart. Or this could be a Sagittarius. I want to offer Aquarius something, but why do I keep stopping myself? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it today. And nah, I'm not going to do it. Then they get angry with themselves because they don't have the gumption to come towards you. Four of Wands in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. I don't know if you rejected someone. You may have turned someone down, and that could be why they're scared of you. You could have given someone some sort of marching orders, or this is looking to me as someone's looking at you as you're not afraid to reject people. You're not afraid to say, no, that's not for me, and leave it out in the cold. Someone views you as very ballsy, even if you're a woman. Doesn't matter. Like, someone is viewing you in your strong feminine energy, dominant energy, and you're not afraid to reject people. You're not afraid to reject. And I feel like that scares someone. I don't know if someone's viewing you in this way. I feel like you've got an admirer that is really shaking to come towards you. What's this about? Six of Swords. Yeah, you may have rejected someone in the past. You may have felt like something was not going to be up to standard for you, or it wasn't what you had hoped for. Eight of Cups. And this could be the person that wants to come back in and try something with you. What is this about? Is this the same person? Five of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with a third party situation. That makes a lot of sense. Someone is scared of you. You could have rejected someone, thrown someone out of your home even. Abruptly. This looks swift cut off. This gives you didn't give what you said you would, or you didn't uphold a promise. You are not wish fulfillment. This is not wish fulfillment. You need to leave now. And you may have told someone to exit your energy, exit your home, or leave you alone. There could have been a conflict here. Someone is viewing you as rejecting someone, and it could be that you've rejected them. And this kind of links to the energy that I started with. Someone views you as someone you could chew them up and spit them out. Like, you are not playing. It's giving Aquarius means business. And I'm not about to play with that person. This could be somebody who's definitely still feeling something for you emotionally. They watch you. Now, if this is a third party situation, this could have been someone who was neglecting something and not moving something forward with one person and messing around with another. And that could be the reason for rejection. It's kind of like you may have said to somebody, do you think I'm going to... If you knew that somebody was involved with someone else, or you got to know the real reason as to why somebody seemed to hold back from you, or wasn't really watering something with you, or looking after, nurturing something with you. If you got to know the reason, this could have definitely have been somebody who was kind of like saying to you that they felt a lot for you, even love bombing you, but their actions didn't match. And this is somebody who's mad with themselves. I do feel like there is another person that this person could be moving away from or withdrawing from, but they're looking at you as somebody who they always keep their eye on. But they look at you as someone who will tear their head off. Yeah, Nine of Wands. They're scared of you. Someone's scared of you, intimidated by you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. You ain't playing that ish. You ain't playing. Any action? Five of Swords in the reverse. They know they can't play with you. Magician in the reverse. If they played with you in the past, they know you would probably lay into them. This is somebody who's guilty about something from the past. This is somebody who is now living in the consequences of their actions. Because one thing about just people, you know, me, you, everybody, people watching this, myself included, whatever it is that you do, there's always a consequence for every action. You know, we make decisions and we live in those decisions that we make in whatever way that it is. And if you do go about life kind of like happy-go-lucky, because this could be very much so a happy-go-lucky person that tends to make decisions and they don't really think too much of the aftermath or what comes next, or, you know, how that changes the trajectory, if you like, of where they're going next. I feel like this is someone who is finally having to sit with decisions that they've made. Decisions that maybe they were trying to avoid, you know, accountability that they were trying to not take on board, or make decisions and feel like there's not going to be any repercussion or there's not going to be a consequence. But this is now someone who can no longer not see something. This could be somebody who has a painfully big ego and they don't even want to see that. Somebody's perception of themselves could be very warped as well. And this could be somebody where cracks are starting to show in this person. And I feel like someone's realizing that I can't just walk around with a blindfold, being in denial about all of this 10 of Wands, because I'm actually feeling the weight of these consequences now. I'm feeling the weight of things that I've done in the past, because not only have I made decisions from a state of being very happy-go-lucky and nothing's going to come back and I can do this and I can do that and there's not going to be any karma, if you like. Karma. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now it's weighing heavy on them. It's almost like, what do I have to show for it? And it gets like that. Like, if you live your life in a certain way where no accountability is taken, you can't say, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe I had more to do with a situation, or maybe the way that I conducted myself is the reason as to why this person is in this energy of turning their back on me and leaving me out in the cold, to the point where I'm intimidated by them because of what you did. Like, this is giving someone looking at their life, looking at a situation here, and something that they didn't want to see about their own ego is kind of very hard to avoid. Someone who has been an avoidant, hop, skip, jump everywhere, when it's time to kind of wake up to the consequence and the responsibility, they're not able to do that anymore. This could be somebody who's aging. Somebody could have grown some facial hair, or there's something about looking more rough than what they did in the past. This could be somebody who also doesn't want to see that they are aging. You know, they're getting older, and you're as young as you feel. You know, you're as young as you feel. In 2 years, I'm going to be 40. And it's a prospect. It's a thing that I'm getting my head around. But, you know, you are the age that you are, and life is flowing the way that it's flowing. And, you know, some people walk around with a blindfold thinking that, oh, okay, I'm a spring chicken and I can just float around, you know, not taking accountability. No. You start to live the consequences of those actions. You start to live it. There's a point where maybe you can kind of like brush things under the carpet. But then there's a point where, okay, I've brushed so many things under the carpet and I didn't want to see so many things about my own self and my own ego, that now it's too much. There's a big hump in the middle of the floor and we can't actually walk to the other side of the room because so much has been swept under the rug. This is someone who is realizing that they got to sort their stuff out now. Because the 10 of Wands is here. Someone's being forced to take some sort of accountability. Someone is dropping their ego. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And I feel like it's down to some sort of lack that they're experiencing. Decisions has created some sort of lack. Some sort of opportunity that was missed for a person. Someone is realizing it's because of my own ego that I didn't even want to see. Someone's been in heavy denial where it comes to you, where it comes to a situation to do with you. And I don't know if you had someone here who you was trying to tell that's the problem, saying to them, okay, that's the issue. We cannot do this. I am not going to allow you to do this over here. If you want to do that, go over there and do that. Don't involve me in whatever that is. And you possibly spoke to this person in that way, or laid down some sort of boundary in that way. And this person didn't really want to see that, or they didn't want to take accountability for what you were saying. And now they can't really avoid it because they're living in the consequences of their actions, especially if some other relationship is coming to an end now. You may have someone here coming in and trying to reconnect with you. This could be somebody who connected with somebody fast. Maybe they had a kid fast with someone, became off the market fast, jumped into another connection fast, possibly felt like they were building some sort of future with someone, but it was very false. Someone has not been waking up and smelling the flowers. There's a lot of flowers in this Six of Cups card here. Someone's coming in to speak with you. You could have a fire sign that's coming in with communication that you don't want to hear. With the Ten of Pentacles, you know what your attitude is? It's almost like giving the energy of, if I can't build with this, why am I even engaging with it? And I get it. I understand that. If this is not something that could work, if you are not going to come in correct, if, you know, the energy is off, or you're still dealing with whatever that is, or you're still not waking up to the fact that there is consequences and you need to take accountability, when are you going to say, okay, I shouldn't have done that? You know, yes, I did that. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to actually like be honest with themselves before you even listen to them. Because one thing about people, and I feel like this is the energy, like one thing about people, like if you've got to a point where you are someone who sets boundaries and you don't put up with certain behaviors, you don't engage with it if it's not going to be beneficial for you. One thing about people is you're not going to really want to listen to individuals who may be still on that type of time, maybe still, you know, closed off to seeing their own error of their ways and their own actions too. So egotistical, they can't smell their own backside when it's not clean. You know what I mean? Like, there's something here about being more self-aware, and I feel like someone lacks that. And this is someone who's folding under the pressure. And if this person is going to come in, because I do feel like a lot of you are going to have some sort of person trying to speak with you, reach out to you. If you sense any type of ego with this person, I feel like it's going to turn you off. There's also an energy here of somebody feeling like, okay, no one's going to reject me because I'm just so nice. Isn't that ugly? I don't know about you, but I find that ugly. I don't care what you look like. You can be the most beautiful person, man, woman. Men can be beautiful too. You can be the most aesthetically pleasing man or woman. And your character can totally trash that, you know, in people's eyes that are more of substance. Because there's people that see past all of that, you know. Yeah, you're attractive, but what's your spirit saying? Yeah, you're attractive, but is the exterior all that it is? Like, do you have substance? Do you take accountability? I feel like someone lacks that. You know that they lack that. And I feel like this is the communication that's coming in. This is the conversation you're going to be having with someone here. I do feel like there's something here that you should not re-enter. I feel like there's something here that is finished. And I also feel like I've got to tell you, Aquarius, that if you do choose to be open to something with a person, excuse me, that may have treated you in some type of way that was not the best, I feel like it's almost like the universe is saying that, okay, it's going to block your forward movement. Don't be afraid to say no to someone, you know, set your boundaries, because I feel like this is someone you don't need to give a second chance to. This could definitely be someone who's trying various ways to get your attention. Oh, I've changed. I've done this now. I've got a new job. Look at me. Someone's very much an attention seeker, by the way. This could be somebody who always wants to be seen as doing something, doing a lot of tricks. Look at me, look at me. It kind of gives like a child. I know my son doesn't do it as much now, but when my son was younger, it would be do something and then he's like, look, mummy, you're looking. And then do a weird somersault off my sofa. And then I'm there like the risk assessment mum saying, if we end up in a hospital, great, lovely that you wanted to show me that. That was amazing, gymnastics and all that. But please be careful with yourself and your body and your head and your limbs, okay? My heart can't take it. It's almost giving like someone wants you to look at them. Someone wants you to, oh, look at me, I can do this. And as much as they look good, it's almost like, well, okay, where's the rest of it? Or what else happens after that? Like, or there's something here about you making sure you realize all of the corners of a situation and what it means going back into something if you choose to. I don't feel like it's going to be a good idea. I feel like this is something the universe wants you to leave behind. But you could definitely have someone here who is coming in to showboat for you. I've got a new job now. I'm fixing my life. I'm going to take action. But it could be very short-lived. Fire sign Aries, Tower in the reverse. This is someone who's avoiding some sort of permanent disconnect with you. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Your feelings may have changed. Six of Wands in the reverse. If this person was able to get your attention in the past with their looks or with their passion, it's no more. That can no longer happen. There's something about someone failing to get your attention. This could definitely be someone who's trying to come in and get your attention and you just don't feel the same anymore. Like something is not working for someone. The Sun card in the reverse could be a Leo. Lovers. Yeah. Let's look if there's anything else. I do feel like someone's leaving another connection if there was a third party involved here. But you may have already, like, maybe the broth has already been spoiled, you know? Even if you knew that someone else was in the picture and you was willing to kind of like talk to this person in the past, I feel like something has already gone too far with you. I feel like it's something here. And I don't know if you've just assumed some boundaries and you're just like, oh, I love it here. Let me just stay in this energy. Maybe you've built a moat around your castle with some water and you've put alligators in that moat and it feels good. You feel protected, you feel safe. And it's like, well, why would I, you know, pull down the bridge to have you enter into this now? Why would I do that if there's a opportunity that you are going to, a chance that you could take an opportunity to sabotage or to not live up to your expectation? It's kind of giving, you know, what more is there? The moon. You need to tell me what's hidden. I want to know what's back there. I want to know deeper than what's your face and what's your aesthetic. Empress. Because I've got a lot to lose. That's what this is giving. Anything else for Aquarius? Hanged Man. Six of Swords. Three of Cups. And the Devil. The Lovers. There could have definitely have been some sort of competition around a romantic situation. There could have been a karmic that was involved. Someone got led into temptation here with the Devil and the Three of Cups, but there was also a soulmate union that could have been walked away from. I feel like if you don't feel like this already, you are going to be finding it easier to distance from someone and move away, because it's almost like setting a boundary and not being sure at first. And then finding that, okay, I'm actually feeling safe that I've put my alligators in my water around my castle, you know, in my moat. I'm actually feeling pretty safe that, you know, I've got my guards outside my castle and nobody can trespass. You know, there's something here about a sense of security that you may have created for yourself. And it's going to be like, oh, I love it here. Four of Cups. Don't kick yourself in the backside over what you couldn't manifest with someone. I feel like I've said this before. We spend a lot of time dwelling on what we could have done or why this and why that. And sometimes it just isn't meant to be for whatever reason. King of Swords, don't spend too much time overthinking. Wow, there's an opportunity that could be coming in. This could be in the form of money. If something was restricted or you was waiting on a payout or some sort of money that is going to be coming through for you, don't worry about it. You may want to keep it to yourself though. King of Wands. This may give you an opportunity to do something or open a business or revamp something or an opportunity to spend on something for yourself. I would say keep that quiet. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I see a money increase big time. Opening a business. If you are running a business or you're starting up something here, you could be a masculine. Or you could just be in a real position of power coming up here with something that you're going to receive. Your money's increasing. If you're waiting on something or working on something in the background, keep that to yourself. I feel like you're really going to be shining coming up here. And I feel like it's down to some sort of glow up with your finances. Something like that. You're going to have, yeah, keep it to yourself. Don't share. I don't know what that's about. Why is that? Why are you telling me that? The Death card. Spirit, why are you telling me that for Aquarius? Page of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups. You may have people disingenuous wanting to reconnect with you. People who may have ended connections with you, held back from you with the Strength card in the reverse that released you, may want to come back and now be false with you because you've got something that they could benefit off of. So just be careful of that energy. We hear it a lot in these readings, like people will look at you and judge you. People will look at you when you are more disadvantaged or when you're still coming up or when you're still kind of working things out, or, you know, they may not even know that you're planning to launch a whole big thing behind the scenes, but they just see you at face value. There's something here about appearances for you, Aquarius, and I don't know what that is about, but there's something here about judging a book by its cover and looking beyond the surface of what is the aesthetic. I feel like there's something here about people judging you from how you were before, and you may have been somebody who was in the process of working on something quietly. The quietest person in the room is usually the most successful in the room for multiple reasons. Number one, they don't feel the need to gain validation from anybody in that room. Number two, they know the importance of keeping things to themselves, especially where it comes to manifesting new and having opportunities being enjoyed by themselves and enjoying their blessings and receiving without it being touched by energies, by, you know, people who want to muscle in and get involved. Like, there's a lot to be said for the quietest person in the room. But sometimes the quietest person in the room is severely overlooked. And people could have looked at you as someone who was just, it's just the quietest person in the room. They're not loud. They're not swinging off the chandelier. They're not jumping about. They're not speaking too much. They're not talking too much. Meanwhile, you could have been really working and you're about to receive. And, you know, it's interesting because life teaches you a lot about people and, you know, why The reasons as to why you need to be very careful who you mix with. Because people will show you who they are, but it's not all the time that they get to know who you are before revealing their true character. And someone could have definitely, through their actions, shown you that they weren't for you. Or you weren't for them, however it goes. But this is going to be the same person who is going to watch you glow up in some sort of way. Have a shine about you that's undeniable. Something maybe you won't be able to hide for very long. So say you are working on something behind the scenes. It's going to be very apparent that you're living a comfortable life. Or it's going to be very apparent that you seem to have something that you have worked on that is paying off for you. People are going to see that, you know. And I just feel like someone showed you who they were before even knowing who you were. Some people are ignorant. Some people are just silly. Okay? Never judge a book by its cover. There's something here about that. Aquarius, I would not offer any second chances to anybody from the past coming back, especially if you've just received something, a blessing, a financial blessing. There's something about enjoying your blessing for yourself. There's something about being discerning with who you do share with. And yeah, there's going to be people here who are going to want to two-step around you to try and get in the door somehow. Knight of Swords. Because now they feel like they're... Something here about you slipping away. Page of Swords in the reverse, watching you. It's like feeling like someone's got nothing going on, and then all of a sudden seeing them come out with something and they're like, whoa, so this person was working on that the whole time. Yeah. I remember, right, tarot. I learnt tarot a long time ago now, a while ago. I've known how to read tarot for a while, but during COVID season where everybody was in lockdown, it was just me, I was just in the house with my son. Very, very isolating time. Mentally it was very difficult, but I decided to ascend spiritually, if you like, or I started to be open, and I had a lot of time on my hands, where that's when there was a turning point for me during that phase, where what I didn't realize, it was going to set the tone for what came next. And yeah, sometimes people don't know what you're working on behind closed doors. They assume that because you're quiet into your corner that you're not really doing anything. And these are the same people that are just not. They're probably the most vacant-minded people, because how can you be so small-minded to think that that's all that it is, that you see someone on the surface has not got a lot going on, so you deem them as unworthy? Meanwhile, you're the loudest person in the room, and, you know, that's all you have. All you have is your aesthetic. All you have is the bravado. All you have is making noise. Silence. The High Priestess is here. That's for someone. I love you guys. If you like how I read, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, sending you love and light. I will see you soon. Mwah. Take care.